Welcome to Season 4 of the Florence BobCAST. I'm Gabriel Krenzke.
I'm Maniya Hippert.
And I'm Serenity Aten. This is episode 1, October 2023, and we are excited to bring you another season of the podcast, keeping you in the loop about what's going on in the school district of Florence County.
Fall sports had a strong start this school year. First of all, the volleyball team made a run all the way to regional final games. However, they lost to Wausau Newman Catholic High School in 3 sets. Great season, Lady Cats.
The football team is still actively playing through the tournament series, beating both at Gibraltar and Three Lakes, and qualifying for the state semifinal game this Friday in Wapaka against Oakfield.
The cross-country team had a good season with all members of the team qualifying for sectionals. Unfortunately, no one qualified for state. However, freshman Greta Nault had her season personal best at the sectional meet. The district hired an interim superintendent at the end of last school year. Mr. Joe Innes was hired for 1 year to serve as the superintendent this year and assist in finding a replacement superintendent starting next school year. Mr. Carl Morin, former superintendent, accepted the superintendent position in the school district of Maple near Superior, Wisconsin at the end of the last school year. Mr. Innes was the administrator for almost 30 years in the Southern Door School District in Brussels, Wisconsin. He has also worked in Tomahawk, Wabeno, and Kewaunee. We are also happy to introduce a few more new staff members to Florence this year. Boys basketball coach Brian Bomberg has taken the role of athletic director starting this year. Nate Schimmelfenning was hired as the new 4th grade teacher after the retirement of a long-time 4th grade teacher, Mr. Kent Wallstrom. Candace Smith was brought as the new 3rd grade teacher, and Brian Wirch was hired as the new 5th grade teacher. Welcome to Florence, new staff members. For the second year in a row, middle and high school students will have an opportunity to visit Washington, D.C. over the summer in conjunction with other area schools. We spoke with Mrs. Jeannette Sword, who is organizing the trip, and asked some things of the students that they can expect to choose to attend. Thank you, Mrs. Sword, for joining us today. Give us a brief overview of the Washington, D.C. trip.
So the Washington, D.C. trip is a trip that's organized through a company called World Classrooms. They come in and presented to us and said that we have an opportunity to allow Florence 7th, 8th, and 9th graders an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C., and we sent out invitations to the middle school students along with the 9th graders, and they were given the information to go, and they were allowed then to make a decision whether they were going to pay for the trip or not. The trip is going to be in 2 years. It's in 2025, the summer of 2025. Last summer, we did have quite a large group of students go on the trip from Florence, and we also were partnered with Bark River Harris School. So there was a big group of us that were together for the trip.
What is the cost of the trip?
So the cost of the trip, if you sign up for the trip on the night of the meeting, you get a $500 early bird discount for signing up. So with the discount, it comes to roughly about $2,500 with the discount. The discount they will extend for a little bit if there are still interested people looking to do it, like within a short amount of time after that parent meeting. But that is the benefit of signing up the night of the meeting, is you do get that early bird discount.
What other schools are participating in this trip?
So the only other school that I know of that is going with us, that are joining us, is Goodman Armstrong Creek District. I believe they are being included. They may, depending on how many students total we get to sign up, have us also add a school, but I won't know that until later, what other school they partner us up with. So some of the possible areas that the students will visit, it's a 4-day trip. So they get 4 complete days in Washington, D.C. Typically on the first day, we may go tour the U.S. Capitol. They go to a Smithsonian museum, possibly. They see a couple of the Martin Luther King monument, the FDR, the Thomas Jefferson, depending on the area. So they don't see all of the monuments and things the very first day. We kind of disperse depending on the trip. We go to Arlington National Cemetery. They see the changing of the guards. They do the memorial tour, so they'll see like the World War I, the Korean and the Vietnam, and the Lincoln reflecting pool. We take a trip to the White House. We don't get to go in the White House, but you get to go in the front area, take pictures, and kind of see the area that the White House is in. We did spend a day at Gettysburg, and we toured and got to learn all about the war at Gettysburg. It's called the Battlefield Tour, which was amazing. And then we went to George Washington's Mount Vernon. We did a mansion tour. We got to see the museum and the tomb. The Air and Space Museum looks like is going to be on the list for things to see. And then oftentimes, if we have time, they might throw in other things to see there as well. That's not all of the things, but that's a majority of things that we would cover in the 4 days that we're there.
Who can the parents contact to find out more information?
So if there are parents that did not get the packet or the information that I sent out with the kids, they can contact me at the school, and I can give them the 1-800 number for World Classrooms, and then they will help them with the sign-up or any questions that they have.
Thank you, Ms. Sword, for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Upcoming events in the district. The pre-ACT is scheduled for Wednesday, November 1st. This involves all of the junior students. Juniors will receive a free breakfast on that day and will begin testing at 8:30. November 8th is an early release day. Elementary students will be released at 12:15 p.m. and the middle school, high school students will be released at 12:30 p.m. This is also the same day as elementary school parent-teacher conferences, which will begin at 1 p.m. The district's Veterans Day program will take place on Friday, November 10th at 9 a.m. in the high school gymnasium. Picture Retake Day will be on Tuesday, November 14th. Thanksgiving break will be November 20th through the 24th. All hunters have fun that weekend. A list of all school activities, including the full athletic schedule, can be found on our website, myflorence.org, or at our Facebook page. Just search Florence County School District.
That wraps it up for this month's episode of the Florence BobCAST. For more information about events at the school, please visit our website at myflorence.org or the Florence County School District Facebook page. This episode was produced by Mr. Robert Knox. Our theme music is Reflection by Roa. This podcast is a production of the Florence High School Music Department. Tune in next month for the next episode of the Florence BobCAST. I'm Gabriel Krenzke.
I'm Maniya Hippert.
And I'm Serenity Aten.
And this is us signing out.
Peace.